Welcome back to Chicago Park District's Veteran Yoga Series. This particular class is for those of you who are both military veterans as well as first responders. So first of all, thank you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do. Not many people serve, so you serve in the military as well as the city and the community, so we're grateful for that. For today's class, you don't need much. You just need, if you happen to have a block or two, feel free to grab it, but as always, just show up on your mat, ready to go. Hopefully you enjoyed your Thanksgiving yesterday, and you may be here with your family today, and if they want to join you, they can feel free to jump in as well. So for today's class, we begin in a comfortable seated position, and whatever that looks like for you, maybe it's legs crossed, maybe it's legs uncrossed. Begin by sitting up tall and beginning to just arrive in this class. You may have a lot going on around you. You may have family in the other room or a to-do list, but just take this next 25 minutes or so just to bring your attention inward. So begin by just tuning into all your senses. Begin with your sense of sight. Feel free to close your eyes here or keep them open, but just notice what you're taking in with your vision. Softly close your eyes or keep them slightly parted. Even with your eyes closed, you may be able to see some light peeking through the eyelids. And begin to bring your awareness to your sense of sound. So just take note to any sounds that may be around you at this time. Maybe it's the sound of my voice. Maybe there's a TV in the background, or your central air or heating unit is humming. Then begin to shift your awareness to your sense of taste for a moment. Maybe you just had a sip of coffee or some leftovers from yesterday. Just noticing any taste that may be on your tongue, and maybe there's none there either. But just shifting your awareness to your senses is a good way to come into the present moment. Good. Begin to notice the sense of touch, the sense of feel. So just notice how your body feels connected to the mat, or your chair, or your floor. Notice that sense of gravity and begin to think of that feeling as support. So noticing the support beneath you and all around you. Then begin to shift your awareness a little more internally to the subtle body, noticing your breath. So just noticing the flow of your breath. Notice the direction of your breath, whether it's in the nose or the mouth. Then begin to deepen the breath, breathing in through the nose, letting the belly expand. And as you exhale, exhaling back out of the belly, out of the nose. Continue to take some deep breaths here, and then slightly constrict the breath at the back of the throat. In each of these classes, you've been doing different breathing techniques, some to bring your energy up, some to lower and calm. This Ujjayi breath is an energy regulating breath. So slightly constrict the breath at the back of the throat, creating an ocean-like sound. And take a few more deep breaths here. This breath is a good technique to stay in that good optimal energy state. So whether you're on the job in a stressful situation, or whether your energy is a little bit low, Ujjayi breath is a good breath regulator, energy regulator. And take one more deep breath here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Come back to your natural breathing rhythm, and then from here I invite you to meet in hands and knees. And once you settle the hands and knees, take the knees out wide, bring your big toes to touch, press the hips back towards your heels, coming back to child's pose. Actively press the hands into the mat to make this an active child's pose. Lower the forehead down to the mat. And still pressing the hands into the mat. Keep the elbows lifted. And the shoulder blades are stacked on top of the back here. So this is a restorative pose, but we're still keeping some activation to find that space between ease and effort. Notice the breath in this position. Notice if it feels different than when we were seated. But notice how the body still creates space to take those deep breaths in. Good, and when you're ready, begin to come back up to hands and knees as you inhale. And then as you exhale, lower all the way down. We're going to flow back and forth here. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Inhale, lift back up. Shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, lower down with control. And continue to just flow back and forth here at your own pace. Inhale as you come up. Exhale to child's pose. Continue to flow. Sometimes we may get stuck emotionally or in the body, and a good way to reverse that is just bringing some movement into the body. So we're going to bring some movement into our practice today, providing an opportunity to do a little flow and to get any of that stuckness out of the body. And the next time you come to child's pose, stay there for just a moment. And then on your inhale, coming back to hands and knees. Good. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees hip width apart, tuck the toes into the mat. And then begin to press into the mat, creating more activation. Fingers spread wide. Feel the activation in your pecs, your triceps. And then tuck the toes into the mat, press into the feet to activate the lower core, the lower abs. Good, you can stay here or lift the knees up to hover. Good, keep the breath steady. Finding that resilience, keeping the mind and body calm, even though we are working here. So take one more inhale here. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale, lower down to plank or modified plank, knees to the mat. Exhale, back to downward dog. Good, continue to flow back and forth here. Inhale into plank. Exhale into downward dog at your own pace, finding that movement, that rhythm. At any time, you can come to child's pose to rest. If you need to take a break or recover, child's pose is always there for you. Good. The next time you come to downward dog, pause there for a moment, and then pedal the feet back and forth. Good. Press both heels into the mat. On your next inhale, lift to the top of your mat. Exhale, step forward to forward fold. Good. Take a moment to let the arms dangle, let the head be heavy. And then begin to press into the feet to begin to slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, and lastly the head. Coming all the way up into mountain pose, standing up nice and tall. Bring your feet about hip width apart, or maybe even closer. On your next inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, sweep the arms around, begin to sit back into chair pose. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, sweep your arms, sit back into chair pose. Continue this flow here. We're still flowing, still moving, bringing that movement into our practice today. About 2 more times here. And the next time you come into chair pose, pause there for a moment, hold the pose, continue to breathe, and see if you can wiggle your toes here. Good. You can bring your hands to heart center to release any tension from your shoulders, or you can keep the arms lifted. And then from here, begin to shift forward to the balls of your feet and begin to lift the heels off the mat. Slight balance pose here, hold it. On your next inhale, begin to lift up, reach up tall. Exhale, release, heels come down, arms come down, shake it out. Good. And from here, let's step to the top of our mats. Bring your feet about hip width apart. And then we'll take a big step back with the left leg. So stepping back to a lunge, left heel is lifted off the mat. Lower down, right knee over the right ankle. And when you're ready, lift the arms up to the sky. Nice. And then pivot the back heel down, coming into warrior 1. And bring more movement here. Inhale, field goal, post your arms, shoulder blades together. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, pull back, shine your heart forward. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. One more, inhale, back. Exhale, up. Good, open up to warrior 2, arms reach in both directions. Right arm forward, left arm back. Shoulders are over the hips, so notice if you may be leaning forward or backwards, keeping yourself nice and centered. Activation in the legs and the feet, as well as the arms. We bring movement into this pose as well. Inhale, straighten your leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower it back down, warrior 2. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift to rise. Exhale, lower, one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down, good. From here, cartwheel the hands down to your lunge. Unpivot the left foot. Begin to step back to downward dog. Option to stay here for 3 breaths, or go through a vinyasa with me. Inhale, down to plank. Exhale, shot around the lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, come up to a back bend, baby cobra, or full cobra, sitting arms. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step forward to your lunge. Come into runner's pose, fingertips down to the mat. Then begin to rise up and use your hands for support here. Lift the arms up to the sky. Sink down, in your mouth. And when you're ready, pivot the right heel down into warrior 1 and bring some movement into our practice. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, reaching up. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, elbows back. One more. Exhale, reach up. And then from here, open up to warrior 2. Arms reach in both directions. Shoulders over the hips. But mind is calm, even when the body is working. The breath is steady, tapping into that resilience. Bring movement to our practice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower, one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower, nice job. Then cartwheel the hands down to your lunge. Begin to press back to downward dog. Same option, you can rest here or join me through a vinyasa. Inhale, down to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up to your back bend. Maybe upward dog, lifting the hips here. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Just to even it out. And then exhale, bring your foot down to the mat. From here, set up for pigeon pose. Bring your left knee, gently drop it down by your left wrist. Let the right knee come down to the mat, untuck the right foot, and then reposition your left leg so it's a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Good. Bring your hands right in front of you. As you inhale, lift the heart forward. And as you exhale, you can stay here, or maybe lower down to your forearms, or maybe reach the arms all the way in front. Allow yourself to soften down into the pose. If you like a little support here, and you happen to have a block, you can tuck your block underneath the left hip. Look good. Wherever you are, just settle back into your breathing. Taking those ujjayi breaths. In through the nose, out of the nose. Pigeon pose is really good for opening up the hips, but our body sometimes naturally wants to resist here. So see if with each breath you can soften down and release a little bit more. Allowing gravity to do the work. And good. When you're ready, begin to walk the hands back towards the body. Begin to press into the mat. Tuck the right foot into the mat. Begin to press back to downward dog. And then circle out the left ankle. Maybe take some circles with the left knee, left hip. Bringing some circulation back into that part of the body. Pressing back to downward dog. And then bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Gently lower it down. Lower the left knee, untuck the left foot. And begin to straighten the right leg a little more parallel with the top of the mat. Lift the heart. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, you can stay here or choose to lower down into this pose a little bit deeper. Maybe to the forearms, or reach your hands out long. Again, wherever you are, see if you can soften into this pose. Notice if the body is resisting, if you're holding on, and see if you can release any amount. Soften down, allow gravity to do the work. So we store a lot of tension, a lot of trauma in our hips. So if you have tight hips, it's good to take some time to give them some attention. Work out some of that tension. The body keeps the score. Good. When you're ready, begin to walk the hands back towards the body. Lift the heart forward. Tuck the left foot back to the mat. Begin to press back to downward dog. And then circle out the right leg, the right ankle, right hip. Bring some circulation and blood flow back into the leg. And then press back to downward dog.
Good. From here, shift your hips down to plank. Gently drop the knees to the mat. And then I invite you to be on our backs. So coming all the way down to your back. Extend the legs all the way out. Arms by your side. And then on your next inhale, take a good morning stretch. Arms up and overhead. Stretch here for a couple of breaths from top to bottom. If it feels right, maybe circle out the ankles and the wrists. And on your next inhale, full body stretch. Inhale, and as you exhale, arms down by your side. Hug the legs in toward the chest. Give yourself the biggest hug you've had all day. Maybe take a little side to side, a front to back rock. Whatever feels nice from the side to back. Maybe even take some circle with the knees in both directions. And good. We'll leave about 30 to 40 seconds. If there's any pose you'd like to take to complete your practice, feel free to take that pose. Or if you're ready, you can begin to shift into your final relaxation, into Shavasana. And once you begin to settle into your Shavasana, allow yourself to feel fully heavy, fully supported, feeling that support beneath you and all around you, the support that's always there for you. Begin to soften down the body. The work for today's practice has been done. This is your opportunity to just rest and reap the benefits of your practice. So to give yourself permission to rest, to let go. Continue softening down from top to bottom. Forehead, face, soften the shoulders, arms, hands, softening down the torso, the back, and all of the lower body. Bring your awareness back to your breathing as we rest here in Shavasana. When you hear the 3 singing bowl sounds, that will be your cue that it's time to begin to come out of Shavasana. But for now, feel free to just rest. You may continue to rest on your back, but begin to bring some movement back into the body, like wiggling the fingers and the toes. Make some circles with the ankles and wrists. And bring any movement back into the arms and legs.
You can massage the back of your head to the mat by taking your head from one side all the way to the other side. And back to center. On your next inhale, take a big, good morning stretch, arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, bring your feet flat to the mat. Make your way to either side of the body. Just allow your head to rest on your bicep for a moment. And at your own pace, I invite you to meet back in a comfortable seated position. Sitting up tall, take one more opportunity to just scan through the body to observe how you feel physically and mentally. I'd like to close today's class with a loving kindness meditation. So you can bring your hands across your heart or to heart center. There's 3 parts to this practice. The first part is bringing some loving kindness to yourself. So begin to think of yourself. And you can repeat these words after me silently or loud. May I be safe from internal and external harm. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. And then bring to mind someone that you care about, that you love. Extend that same gratitude to them. Repeat after me. May you be safe from internal and external harm. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Then with the option for a little more challenging part, think of someone who brings a challenge to your life. And see if you can give them some kindness as well. May you be safe from internal and external harm. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And the last one is for all of us. May we all be safe from internal and external harm. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. And may we all live with ease. We'll close with one deep breath here. Get all the air out of the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up. Big exhale, release. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Bowing forward with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you again for your service as a veteran and as a first responder. At the Park District, we do offer veteran yoga classes as well as first responder yoga classes. So if you enjoy these classes, feel free to check out the Chicago Park District website and sign up for some of our classes. Come check us out. All right, thank you. Have a good one.